everybody, I'm Nick in the States, and today we're talking about this. Holy moly, it's purple with pink and purple and nail polish style undertones. Yes, this, my friends, is a Squier Classic Vibe 60s. And what does that mean? Well, it means that people talk about these things a lot. People like Squier Classic Vibes quite a bit. And it means it's a color that I bought as a stupid deal of the day from a musician's friend. For I think $250, which is about $150 off what they normally go for. They're usually about $400 on sale for $350, $380-ish, used in the $300 range in the US. And so this one I saw, super deal of the day, and I love matching headstock rosewood fretboard strats, or I like maple headstock maple fretboard strats. This is really how I am. That's my religion. That's my guitar type. That's what I like to do. When this popped up, I had zero resistance. I bought it. Shout out to all my brothers on the A Guitar forums, because a bunch of us bought these. Actually, there was quite a run on them. A bunch of manly dudes, most of us with facial hair, on the wrong side of 40, all owning purpley pink guitars. This is change. This is the modern man. Hey, that's what it is. One mistake I made is I bought this and was like, I can always do a bunch of reviews for it, do a comparison test, which we're going to have coming up with a bunch of strats, and then I could sell it. Except when you have a 6-year-old daughter who sees it and loses her crap. So yeah, this won't ever really go anywhere. She now has more guitars than the average guitarist, I think. But this thing actually surprised me. So a lot's been made about the classic vibes. They're almost overrated, even if they're great, because everybody really likes them. But these pickups are quite nice. I just played my Portuguese Stratocaster, which is probably somewhere over here on this. There it is. And those were gold foil, so they were chimey and louder, or chimey and a little fiercer, but not as high output. These are actually slightly higher output than the gold foil GFSs. It's like that's I guess position 2 from the bottom. Very kind of cool. What's nice about the 60s version of the classic Vibe Stratocaster versus the 50s is the pickups are definitely a little more spunk to them. So, nice though, and the nice thing about that pickup is if you use a bridge with something that's got a little spunk to it, perfect time now to talk about the rig. PV Band at 112, a little bit of reverb going on, coming through a TC Electronic Polytune 2, MXR 78 Badass Distortion, which you were just listening to, EHX Soul Food for a little bit of push over the top, Joyo California Sound, and the Hall of Fame reverb, which I keep saying and don't use much if the amp has reverb. But, like this one, actually gets you some... kind of mean stuff. Well, that's even just a bridge. idea, kind of some of those type of tones. Clean it up, give it just a little soul food. Very pretty with that little bit of soul food. And I love in a Strat, especially something like warm like these, that little bit of extra of a Klon family of a pedal, or even a Tube Screamer, or like that, with just so little drive, just a little bit of volume. The tones rolled off a little bit, and it just kind of warms it up, and I don't know. I just like it. I like it. Speaking of like it, I dig this guitar. Awesome. So, final thoughts. Really cool. Happy with it. It's heavy, but not brutally heavy. I mean, it's your average weight Strat, I would say. Interesting things, right? The rosewood on the neck is very, very thin, and you can kind of get a better idea on this side when you look at how little area the dots have to go into it. So, you know, that's where they cut costs and get things down where they are. It is made and crafted in China with care. It's very pretty, though. Fit and finish is awesome. It has unstamped old school rolled metal saddles. Somewhere it does have a whammy bar. It's got a small block in the bridge, so it might be something that gets replaced later with a heavier brass or steel block. But all in all, I dig it. One last little tiny niggling thing for those of us that have OCD. Squier Strats have just an ever so slightly smaller body than the genuine Fender. So this is a genuine Fender size Strat, and it's a little hard to tell dead on, probably, but a real deal Strat is like almost an inch longer body. And where you can notice it kind of is like down from between the jack and the end of the guitar, you kind of see there's a little less there. Once again, it's how they save money. It's how you can differentiate slightly too. It's also how, if someone's trying to sell you something as an all-American original, if you know a couple of the common measurements, you might be able to find out if the body is in fact faking the funk. And nobody wants to fake the funk. Really, that's an awful thing. Why not just be proud of your Chinese wondrous heritage here? So, anyway, with all that, this is the Squier Classic Vibe Burgundy Mist. Lovely little guitar. Hope you enjoyed it. I've been Nick in the States. Yes, folks, I have issues. Take care.